Hi, it's Rich from the Xerces Society and welcome to Bumblebee Watch. I'm here to show you how to submit a bumblebee sighting on bumblebeewatch.org. From the homepage of our website, you can view a graphic of the steps necessary to submit your data. This video assumes that you've already taken a photo of the bumblebee and that you have a Bumblebee Watch account and are logged into the website. The next steps are to upload your photo, enter location information, and to try to identify the bumblebee in your sighting. So let's get started. To submit a sighting of a bumblebee, you can scroll to the black header bar at the top of the screen. Hover your mouse over Record a Sighting and choose Bumblebee Sighting. You would choose Nest Sighting if you were submitting an observation of a bumblebee nest location. Bumblebee Sighting takes you to the first step in the process where you will upload your photos and enter location information. First, let's add our photos. To submit a sighting, you must include at least one photo and may include up to 3. The maximum file size for each photo is 5 megabytes. If your photos are too big, you can use almost any photo editing software to reduce the file size. Including photos from different angles will give you a better chance at identifying the bumblebee that you observed later. To add photos, click Choose File. This opens a dialog in your device that will allow you to navigate to the locations that your photos are stored. You can only upload one photo at a time. Once you've selected the photo, click Open. You should be able to see that the file is uploading here, and once it's finished, a small image will appear. If you want to add an additional photo or photos, repeat the process up to a total of 3 photos. I'm going to include 3 photos, so I click Choose File, navigate to my second picture, click Open, I click Choose File, navigate to my third picture, and click Open. Once they're finished uploading, there will be 3 images that appear here, indicating that they've all uploaded correctly. While your photos are uploading or after they've uploaded, you can add the location information. To enter the location, you can type a location in the box above the map or use a map to navigate directly to the site. You can see that if I enter information here in the box above the map, that it provides a list of options. If I select the best match, the map automatically zooms to that location. Now you can navigate around the map to choose the most appropriate location. To select the spot on the map that's closest to where your photo is taken just takes a click of the mouse. You can toggle between a satellite view and the map view to get a better idea of what things actually look like on the ground. I know that this photo was taken in this meadow here, right next to that little bush right there. So I click on the map, it drops a pin and automatically enters the latitude and longitude information here to the right. All I need to do is add a site name. I'm going to call this DIMR milepost 20.2. Now we need to answer the question, how accurate is this location? What we are asking here is how close is the pin on the map to the location where you took the photo? If you are sure the pin is in the right spot, choose 0 to 25 meters. However, if that spot is approximate and you can't remember exactly where you took your photo, enter the maximum distance you may have traveled from the drop-down menu. In this case, I'm fairly certain that that pin is where I took the photo, so I'm going to leave it at 0 to 25 meters. Next, enter the date that the photo was taken. My photos were taken on June 3rd, 2013, so I need to navigate backwards to select the correct date. I click in the box, I click on the left arrow back to June, and I select the 3rd. The date is then automatically entered in the box. If you know the species of plant that your bumblebee was visiting, you can enter that information here. In my case, it was visiting arrowleaf balsam root. Next, you can add any observation notes you wish to include. You might let us know how many of these bees you saw, or if you saw other species in the area. It might also be helpful to describe the habitat or provide weather information if you feel it's relevant. It's also okay to leave this field blank, which is what I'm going to do today. Next, click the Photo Permission box. This allows us to use the photos on Bumblebee Watch. If you did not take the photo but have permission to use the photo, enter the photographer's name here. Then the photographer's name will be attributed on the photograph on Bumblebee Watch. I click Next to move to the next step. Now we're taken to the Bumblebee Identification Guide. You can see your photos here on the left, the features we'll use to identify the bees in the middle, and the possible matches here on the right. The database has already filtered the possible matches by the location at which your photo was taken. Now we're going to look at different features of the bee and try to narrow our choices down further. You can see that if I hover the mouse over photos, that it zooms in on the features of the bee so I can get a better look. The first feature of the bee that we will look at is the head and face, and the color of the hairs. You can see that the face will either be black or yellow. In this case, the bee in my photo has yellow hairs on its face, as you can see when I zoom in here and here. So in this case, I choose yellow face. When I do that, the database is automatically narrowed to those bees that have a yellow face. You can see black face, yellow face. I'm going to leave it at yellow face. The next feature that we're going to look at is the thorax, or the middle of the bee where the wings and legs are attached. Again, we are looking for hair color patterns. You can see the list of possibilities here. When I look at the bee in my photos, you can see there's a clear yellow band at the front of the thorax, and the rest of the thorax is black. The same is true in this photo and in this photo. So in this case, I'm going to choose yellow in front. And again, the database narrows the potential matches. The last feature that we're going to look at is the abdomen of the bee. You can see there are many different choices here. If I zoom in and look at the photo here, you can see there's a clear yellow stripe across the back end of my bee, and the rest of the abdomen is black. So in this case, I'm going to choose yellow stripe. Now, the key has narrowed down the potential matches to a few different choices: Bombus caliginosus, Bombus insularis, Bombus occidentalis, and Bombus vosnesenskyii. We ask that you use your photo to select the closest match to your bumblebee. Remember that your identification will be verified by a bumblebee expert, so it's okay if your ID is not 100% correct. In this case, the markings on the bee most closely match Bombus caliginosus and Bombus vosnesenskyii. These two bees are very difficult to discern from a photograph. In this case, I'm going to select Bombus vosnesenskyii since it was the more common of the two, and since this photo was taken in the mountains and not near the coast. If you're not sure what species it is, feel free to select Not Sure here. Our experts will still give identification a try, but if you do make a selection, it gives them a good place to start. Now I can click Submit and my data will be saved. After you've selected a species match, from this page, you can choose to enter another sighting, edit the sighting you've just entered, or browse the rest of the site. We've tried to make the process of submitting data easy and fun while still collecting high-quality data. If you have any questions or comments about the process, please feel free to give us feedback. You can send an email to bumblebeewatch@xerces.org. That's bumblebeewatch, all one word, at xerces.org. From all of us here at Bumblebee Watch, thanks so much for watching, and we hope you enjoy the site.